We represent
Welcome back to Rubbin. We have Chase from Leap Africa, and of course we're talking about social change, the role of the common man, or the man generally, in effecting change. And he's also a fellow, and they just concluded a recent induction of new fellows. Fellow this, yeah, my very fellow that. It's all nice and dandy, but what role can somebody watching now who is not a fellow, who is not part of Leap Africa, can do to actually contribute to that social change?
We're working on building a platform now called, for us, working in the non-profit space, social space, working with charities and seeing how much we can raise funds for their causes. We're creating the Giving Garage 2.0, whereby we're building a crowdfunding platform.
Okay, the Giving Garage
yes,
2.0. Okay.
Giving Garage 2.0, which is building a platform where we can help even businesses, social businesses and non-profit raise funds for their causes, where we're going to be looking at building a lot of media buy, corporate giving, seeing the fact that people can believe in the fact of giving back to these people, supporting that kind of ideas or causes. So after the famous Black Friday, it's always the Giving Tuesday, a global day of giving, where we get people to at least show how much more they love to give. So we're also calling people on November 29th to see, wherever you are in any part of the world, see how much more you can give to that next person who wants to start up a business, or who wants to at least fund a medical trip, or a young person wants to attend a conference, to see how you can give them the kind of support. So,
I mean, I'm a young person that could attend the conference. Now, I've been following your work over the years, Chase. You've done incredibly well. You've been very selfless in everything you do. So I'm not surprised you're part of Leap Africa and all the other projects you're doing. But when it comes to the issue of doing, from your point of view, being happy, being healthy, providing for your family, what is that one thing that has kept you going despite all the challenges, all the setbacks? I'm sure if somebody throws a check of 1 million naira to you right now, you won't turn it down. It will go somewhere in your life. So how do you keep that struggle on? What keeps you motivated?
For me as an individual, is to see the fact that you are able to get stories of people who have actually go through those impacts, especially some of the charities we've worked with. Imagine going to Pasele School of the Blind and they say, okay, during our last event, we're able to support them with this. And because of that kind of awareness, we've been able to get a lot of people coming to celebrate their birthdays with them. So, and also we use that as a model of saying the fun in fundraising, where people can always use that as a point of contact to celebrate with these people. But as individuals also, even the scripture says when you give, it naturally rubs off on you, where people see the idea of you being selfless at the work you do, and when you're doing it for a very long time. So we're also using this to also create the fact that we can correct a lot of impressions around charity. So a lot of people see me every day and say, okay, Chase, what actually do you do? And I say, this is the...
Yeah, I think I've asked that question too. Because you do this, you do that, and basically you're known for doing things and just impacting people. And I mean, thank you very much for that work. When it comes to social businesses, I know you mentioned that. What exactly is a social business?
So it's a connector of different angles, whereby you see the need of making more money to make impact. So a lot of even startups, you reach out to them and they say, I'm not even making money, I'm just starting up my business, why do I want to give back? So when you create social businesses like the likes of the Recyclepon, where you're helping your immediate environment and you're also making money out of it. So the idea for us is now correcting that kind of impressions a lot of people have in supporting social businesses, and see the fact that if you can at least help this young social startup grow, you see the more in terms of increase of impact. So that's why we even call for immediate Nigerian impact investors to rise up to this occasion and support a lot of the social startups.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate. How do you take care of issues of credibility? For example, the election, just concluded election, there was a lot of heat on Hillary Clinton and the fact that the foundation was used as a conduit for etc donations and whatever. So the issue of the credibility of some of these NGOs, institutions, which is why maybe a number of Nigerians are very reluctant to be part of it. How do you handle, or what advice do you give on the credibility of these organizations or institutions set up to effect change or to help, but they have ulterior motives?
Like there are regulations in place now. Even for some NGOs, or most NGOs now get the EFCC compliant to be able to see that at least you can run some of these programs. And I actually tell my own opinion, like I would always say, anyone who even asks you for help actually needs help, whether it being fake or original. We do not plead the fact that we want to have more fake people coming all out, but we also want to see the fact that at least if they are taught due diligence, that's why we appeal to a lot of non-profit share. So there's infographics going around, the creative representation of showing how far you've gone with your kind of work, which the likes of budgets are doing. But we are saying that at least give a thorough representation of yourself. Due diligence is very considerate. And we believe most people should also consider the fact that a lot of people who reach out to you for help actually need help. And please do give them that help.
All right. On a final note, Chase, anyone watching wants to be part of Leap Africa, a volunteer, a giver, where can they go to? So
you can also visit the website. Go check us up on Twitter too. You can see the Leap Africa handle. You can also reach out to me via Chase Charity handle, whereby you can even get more information about social innovators and network of NGOs doing well.
All right then. Thank you very much, Chase. Wish you all the best, and especially with Giving Garage.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dan.
On a final note, we'll be back after the break, and in the studio will be a guest and a friend, longtime friend in this industry. The world of comparing when it comes to MCs in Nigeria and of course beyond. This also has a lot to do with a social business that I am also involved in, but I can't interview myself, so he's in the studio with me. We're talking about the MC company, comparing, and of course what Andre Blaze has been up to right here on Rubbin Minds after the break. Let's dance now, it is my turn. Just won't work you out.